Let's talk about what's upcoming for Planet Hulk, which is going to be starting tomorrow as we record, January 2nd, 2024. So our first card, the card you get with the purchase of the season pass, is Scar. First off, let me just say, Planet Hulk, a great story. So if there's any people out there that play the game and would like to read comics too, Planet Hulk's a great story. And by all means, find World War Hulk prior to that. It's after that, right? Planet Hulk and then World War Hulk, right?
Yeah. Planet Hulk. And then Hulk comes back madder than ever and goes after the Illuminati.
So Scar, the son of Hulk.
Son of a Hulk.
Son of a Hulk. 6 cost, 11 power card, but he costs 2 less for each of your cards that has 10 or more power. So.
Could get a run in a blob deck.
Yes, indeed. So yes, this is on the board. So you got to have 10 cards with 10 or more power on the board. My strategy was look for low-cost cards that you can get your cards to higher power. So throw out some mid-level beasties, get magic in there, maybe play it heavy on turn 6, and then get a reduced. Yes, get a reduced Scar on turn 7. He'll work well with She-Hulk. Warpath was another one I was looking at. He's solid. If you can keep one lane open, then Scar's going to continue to get reduced.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see a lot of Shang-Chi this season.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to find a variant for him. There's a few out there, but I feel I need something because Shang-Chi is going to be in my deck for sure. So what's your thoughts?
I've been using the baby Shang-Chi variant. I'm not a fan of a lot of the variants, but the look on the baby Shang-Chi's face is exactly the look you'd expect from someone who's just like, I'm ruining your strategy. Jubilee would be a good one. With Scar, chance to get a higher power card out there. He may not go great with Blob himself, but you're going to want a lot of high power cards in a Blob deck. So you get Wave out there. Maybe you get Scar out there, or maybe he feeds Blob.
Right. You had a couple other cards listed down here.
Yeah. Armor and or Cosmo.
Okay.
About the only ways to stop Shang-Chi.
It's true. That's smart. It's real smart. Okay. All right. After that is... I'm going to go with Kyera.
Yeah.
Okay. Scar's mom. 3 cost, 4 power card. Ongoing, your 1 and 6 cost cards can't be destroyed. Oh, yeah. This is where I wrote, take that, Killmonger and Shang-Chi.
Yes.
So, yeah, she's going to be giving some protection to some of the biggies and the small guys out there. So, what are you thinking?
Nebula, Sunspot. I like to use them a lot anyway, but it is pretty disheartening when you get a Nebula or Sunspot build up and then friggin' Killmonger shows up.
Oh yeah,
he's another one like Sebastian Shaw, but he's not as lame as Sebastian Shaw in the comics, but he's not that cool.
Exactly.
I guess that card's based more on Michael B. Jordan, but
and he is cool.
He's cooler as Killmonger than the Killmonger comics I've read, and that was when he was written by Christopher Priest, so it was good. But.
You said, but isn't this some pre-nerf Luke Cage level power? You're expecting this to get knocked down a bit or something?
Shouldn't it only be one location?
Ooh.
But she has a whole 3 costs, so sorry, I'm bitter about that. But look, I've finally moved on from the leader and Spider-Ham, so...
She'll get her power dropped down, I bet.
Looks like she's coming out the same day as Scar. Usually you get a week before there's a new card that drops, but...
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see 2 new cards drop in the same week.
I'm liable to give her a shot. I was swearing up and down I was going to save all my Spotlight keys for the end of the month. I'm actually almost tempted to. I might get the pass this
She's
month.
Pretty powerful.
I've built up my Google credits again. So
good, very good.
So I'm kind of tempted because there's we'll go through the others, but there's not a one of these that doesn't look like could be fun.
Hercules, next card on the block. 4 costs, 6 power. The first time another card moves here each turn, move it to another location.
Speaking of cards I didn't look at closely, I didn't realize it was every turn.
And I'm just going to let you read what you wrote.
I said chaos. You should love it.
Oh, man.
And that was based on it only happening one time.
It's going to be fun. And yeah, I put in here, I may finally use a move deck that features Human Torture Vulture. Those two cards, I don't throw in the Bounce House deck because I'm not focusing on moving them. I'm focusing on using other cards that move around. And usually it's Craven. Craven's going to have his opportunity here to get pumped up. Man, I'm going to throw
just really mess with people and put Stegron and Juggernaut and Quake in there too.
Oh, man, it'll be fun. Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I look forward to that one.
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
I love it. Then, how would you pronounce the next one's name? I called him Miek.
Yeah, that's what I always called him, and that's what Thor and Korg call him in Ragnarok and Love and Thunder.
So Miek, a 1-cost, 1-power card. After each turn, if you discarded any cards, gain +1 power for each of those cards that are discarded, and Miek moves. So I really dig this idea of combining discard and move. I think this will be fun. It'll be fun to come up with different strategies. It opens up, usually if you're looking at one archetype, I don't know if that's the right word, but if you're looking at one strategy for a deck, you're usually going to, okay, I want all the cards that move. I'll throw all these staples in here that you've probably seen over and over. Now you get the opportunity that it almost widens the possibilities of cards that you can have that can work together. So I'm digging Miek. And I did put in here, I do not like him being possible Killmonger fodder that can be wiped off the board, but that's where Kyera could possibly come in.
A lot of these cards work really well together.
They do. They really do. And I think some of the locations actually are going to work with these cards too that are getting released. So what's your thoughts on Miek?
Oh, I like he's a nice addition to discard decks. Put him in there with X-23 and Black Knight.
It's always fun to have a powerful card that can move. So watching him gain power as he moves is going to be fun.
Think about having him out there and playing MODOK.
Oh man.
And Morbius.
Yeah. Now I'm going to have to get MODOK. I don't think I have MODOK.
Wish I could give you mine. No, I've used him. He's okay. I've made my peace with MODOK.
All right. What does this make? A 5th card here this season? We got a total of 6. We ain't even got to the 6th. We're at number 5 for the season. And that's going to be the Grandmaster. 2 cost, 0 power. On reveal, move one of your other on reveal cards here to the middle location. So you're placing Grandmaster on the left location. If there's a card there that has an on reveal ability, it then moves to the middle location, and that on reveal ability happens again.
Most importantly, I hope along the lines of the signed Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury variant, we get a Jeff Goldblum variant.
Yes, signed.
Yes. With my new affinity for 0 power cards, I wonder how he would go with the negative deck.
That'd be nice to flip him around to get him actually worth something.
Maybe with a Surfer deck. Wong's key to a good Surfer deck with Silver Surfer or Ironheart or Thor. So maybe with Thor or the next card we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, it's a good idea. So you get Wong out there in the middle location. You lay out Surfer on the left location and then Grandmaster him over.
Oh, yeah.
And get Surfer's bonus 2 more times.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'm really surprised how Move is being featured this season. I don't know why I'm surprised by it, but I'm kind of glad. I didn't expect it to be a mechanic that the Planet Hulk would be focused on, but all right, I'm down for it. See, I would have to see the advantage of this in action. A 0 power card is a space taker. It's a 2 cost, 0 power, so it's going to take up space. The lane that you're going to play this on, I would suggest you don't expect to win it or have a way of getting the 0 power card increased a little bit. So, but yeah, I absolutely think that Dr. Doom is the way to go with that one.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
You lay out Dr. Doom and then you throw him over you've got right there, you've got, for 2 cost, that's another, 10 power?
Well, the problem, though, with Dr. Doom, you'd have to play him early. You'd have to get Wave out there or have a turn 7.
Oh, true. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Well, there you go. I did say Doc Ock as well. You could empty somebody's hand into that lane, and then next turn, Grandmaster them into the middle lane where most of their power is not going to be, hopefully. I had Shuri. Shuri would be fun, although, well...
Black Panther.
Yeah, you'd have to Shuri, and then problem is you couldn't play Well, that ain't too bad. Do Shuri. Yeah, Black Panther would be perfect. White Tiger is another one that gives some White Tiger there. Then Grandmaster White Tiger. All right. Well, then let's talk about what we came to the dance for. And that is Beta Ray Bill, 4 cost, 5 power card. On reveal, shuffle Stormbreaker into your deck. Stormbreaker is a 0 cost, 1 power. On reveal, double Beta Ray Bill's power. And I'm letting you have the floor, sir. What's your thoughts?
So yeah, this is the one I've been making sure I have 4 spotlight keys for that week, or 6,000 tokens, or both. He's like Thor, only better, so definitely comic accurate.
Oh yes.
When I first heard that was happening, I made a deck for him. I don't know where I put it. I don't know where I wrote it down. Or if I wrote it down. I literally had the deck. But yeah, Thor, Jane Foster, definitely. Probably Odin too. Yeah. I can't remember. It was a good deck though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, everything you're saying I had written down here too. Thor and Jane Foster. It's just going to be Asgard wreaking havoc on the Snap playing board. So be ready for that. And we've wanted this card for a while. We didn't know anything about the mechanics. We just wanted the freaking card. We wanted Beta Ray Bill to be existent in the Snap universe. I'm excited. It'll be fun to see him finally mix it up. A friend of mine said
Lockjaw would be cool.
Oh, for sure. All right. Well then, let's get into our 2 locations that are happening this season. We get 6 cards, but 2 locations here. The first part is the Great Portal. You add a random card with 10 or more power to your hand. I put in here, if you haven't seen Shang-Chi at all this season, you're going to definitely see him when Great Portal's around. People are going to be packing that in to have an answer for these 10 or more power cards. You'll probably see a lot of Null. Oh my goodness, there's going to be a lot of Null too. I wrote down a bunch of stuff. Shang-Chi, Legion. Let's fill up everybody's hand with 10 power cards. That sounds like all the cards. Mm-hmm. Let's give everybody 2 more 10 power cards. Quinjet to help maybe knock the cost of those down a bit.
Yeah.
Mystique would even help that even further. Collector's a good one to have.
Oh, yeah.
Snow Guard, which would activate, I think, if you had the opportunity, you could activate it again if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
And then Ronin. So that's all dependent upon the cards in the opponent's hand. So if you got a 10 power card, most likely it's going to cost 6.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few that don't, like
Zuma and Sentry.
Right. They're probably, unless they've accounted for it, which most people do, but unless they've accounted for it, they're going to have those cards in their hands. They're not going to be able to play a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I put Devil Dino for the cards in your hand.
If you do get stuck with high power cards, Dracula's not a bad guy to have.
Ooh, smart. Very smart.
Well, once again, I read it quickly. I thought it was pulling one out of your deck.
Oh.
So I said run Shulkanaut. Why did I say discard?
Maybe to get
I don't know. I don't even understand these notes, man.
Get it out of their hand? Maybe? You give them
well, yeah. I guess discard because... Oh, yeah. No, I do know why discard, because then if you discard it and you're playing Hela, you got one you can bring back.
Oh, okay.
So because a lot of the discard decks have way more high power cards than I'm comfortable playing, I see a lot of them that have, I think, 3 or 4 6s are the most I've ever put in, and I swear I see people with more than that in their discard decks.
Right.
So that's what I'm thinking of. Is it's another one for Hela or Ghost Rider to bring back.
All right, next one is Crown City. Whoever is winning here gets +4 power at adjacent locations. And yeah, I get tripped up on adjacent all the time, but I understand now. So if it's on the right...
This is Ms. Marvel as a location.
Right.
Well, not exactly, because you don't have to have unique costs.
Right. So if it's on the right, it would be in the center. If it was on the left, it would be in the center. If it's in the middle, it's on both sides. And of course, I want to Legion it.
I want to Legion everything.
I do. I want to Legion that, and then just
at
watch
Avengers Mansion. Let's Legion it.
Let's watch the chaos fly. I put on here maybe focus on the other 2 lanes, and then Quake at the end.
Yeah.
So, hey, I'm quaking it up, and look at that. Lo and behold, I was winning the lane that it landed on and gave me a bonus, and I'm the winner. And if you want to make sure they're not going to win it, Stegron, Spidey, Magneto, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So,
or if they're concentrating on winning that to boost the other locations, drop Magic or Scarlet Witch or whatever card you play after Nico.
something to take it out of there. Yeah.
Yep.
I like it. Or Legion. Just Legion, another location.
Yeah. No, that one could definitely be a difference maker. That's one worth concentrating on. Castle Blackstone's a nice can be useful, but that one, I guess time will tell if it's as good as the Raft or more like a White Hot Room. But it's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I agree. Thanks a lot for joining us. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for the next installment of Snap Material.